Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we'll simplify the if condition a bit and make it a bit more useful. And instead of using if, which we've already checked, we'll use something else. Now you can also simplify the if statement. So these curly braces, if you only have one statement in the if and else conditions, you don't need the braces. Let me show you what that means. So you can just get rid of that. Right? So this will work perfectly fine. Enter a word. Yep. And that'll work perfectly fine. But if I add another statement here, let's say I want to print something else, question mark, you can see that it has the syntax has failed. So this is a syntax error, what we call a syntax error. And it says if without else without if. So it says, oh, you've got an else statement here, but I can't see a corresponding if. Then if I surround this in braces, it should be fine. It should be alright. Enter a word, and we will enter hello. So we want and it prints two hellos, right? Two lines. That's how that works, but we are going to get rid of this. We are going to get rid of if. We're going to use something called switch. Initially, here we're getting a text string. What I want to do is I just want to read the first character. Okay, so the user can type whatever amount of characters, but I just want to read the first one, right? So to store that, we want a char variable, and I'm just going to call it options just a name, equals text.char@. It returns a character at a certain location, and the first character location is 0. This is how this will work. I'm just gonna for now print, so if I run this now, it should print the first character of whatever I type. So I'm just gonna say unicorn, and then it prints U. So that's working. But I want to simplify this a bit more, because text can be replaced with this. So I'm going to grab that, and instead of text, we want to use that. So we're creating a scanner, we're printing a line, and then we're reading the char option and just using whatever is in the first line of the input, and the first character is what we're reading and storing. So if I run this, this should do the same thing. So pepper, and then it prints a P, which is good. We don't need the print statement. Now I'm going to use another branching or conditional statement, which is switch, right? And I'm going to switch on option. We're going to keep it simple. Here we just use a case where it's a P. I'm going to just print pause and break. And then after that, I'm going to use a case that is Q. Oops, it needs to be a character. So single quotes denote a character. If you do what I just did with double quotes, it is a string, so it wouldn't match the case, so Java's gonna complain. So I'm gonna print quit, right? And then I'm gonna break. I'll tell you why I'm breaking on every statement. And then there's another case. We're just gonna say S can be for playing, play, and then we break again. And then there's a last default case, which I'm going to use to print no match. Okay, let's quickly unwrap what's going on here. We're clear up to this point. So all I'm doing now is I'm grabbing the option variable, and I'm checking if P is entered. If it is, I'll print pause. Q, I'll print a quit. S, I'll print a play, right? So there's a couple of problems with this. We'll unwrap them as we go. I'm just going to run it. And the first letter I want to type is Sierra, and then no match. We did match an S, but it's not matching the correct case. Because you see in Java, a lowercase s is different from an uppercase s, because they use what they call Unicode values, and they're represented by different numbers. And every letter is a number, if you didn't know that already. So if I run this again, and if I do a lowercase Sierra, it'll match play, right? Now, how do we fix this, right? Here, I'm gonna say dot to lowercase. I'm converting that to a lowercase, and then I'm grabbing the character 0. It doesn't make sense. Let's just play and compare that. So and that works, right? I can have any case and it'll still do the same thing. Let's just play again, and I'm gonna quit, right? And then it's gonna print quit. And even if I did just Q, it'll do the same thing. It'll print quit. So that's a bit more understanding of how you can dive into a string and grab the bits and pieces you need from it, and then how to use a switch statement to match a different options. If I get rid of this breaks, let's see what happens if we get rid of the break statements. So if I am writing pen, it matched, well, it goes through every case if you don't break. So it went through pause, quit, and then printf. It's supposed to be println, sorry. Print has different variations, and printf is one of the variations of it. So let me just do that, and I'm going to say pencil. It matched every condition. So that's not what you want, which is why we have the break statements. And you don't have to type them indented. It's only for readability purposes that I'm doing that, but you don't have to do that. You don't need a break statement in the default case, but it doesn't hurt to have for consistency. So if I run it now, it won't match all of the cases regardless of what is in there. So if I type Q, which is the second option, it'll only do quit. And if I get rid of that and we run it again, it did quit and play. And then it does it up to the next break statement. So you have to have break statements, otherwise the whole point of using switch is going to be a nightmare. It's going to run the code in every condition after the match, basically. That's what it does. We can stop here. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.